the healthcare conference.
We're gonna go shopping. Probably grab food there. Oh, she's doing the dinner with them? Are you going to it? For food? What are they? Grab a number and text me. 706-325-2705. Yes. Text me your last name, too. Can you text me your last name? Yeah, got it. My last name is Pope, if you want to say it.
Hey guys, what's up? Hi. Hello. Sorry, I'm filming. Yes. It's almost time for fire chat. Let's go. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to tune in? Healthcare tour. Y'all come with us. Let's go in the conference room.
Look like I'm going to Miami, you know what I mean? Good. Come grab a boat.
What is next after this?
just got a program. Kosha and then Fireside Chat.
She already went?
She's right now.
They already did this?
Yes.
Awesome, perfect. All right, thank you.
Systems and processes. This is big. We don't operate on paper anymore. Everything is electronic. Payroll system, electronic. Your EHR system, where your client's information is, electronic. All of the documents, electronic. We make it work. So when you're opening your business, you want to make sure that you're doing your research on all of these companies to make sure that they best fit you and your budget. And I'm going to say that again, and your budget. There's multiple. Do your research. Who wants to talk about revenue? And all this going on here, and I'm going through all this, what I'm making up. Listen, I have to ask myself that question all the time. I'm like, ooh, Lord, where does your revenue generate from? Insurance companies, they pay you weekly. Medicaid, that ain't weekly. They slow, they gonna tell you, we got 30 more miles. So when you pay your employees, you're paying them in good faith. You ain't got paycheck. Medicare. And then you have your private pay. These are your methods of revenue for your business. Revenue, I'm all about transparency. I'm not going to get up here and talk to y'all about what I do, what I build, all these business, what I was showing you. In 2020, my first year open, this is what my company made. One of them. Just one. We sure didn't work for it, but that was a big jump. There's a need, there's clients that have to be serviced, that need to be serviced, that are looking for agencies to provide the services, stand-up agencies that care about the people that they're servicing. Y'all want to see what 2022 was? Yeah. Y'all think it went down or went up?
Went down.
I don't know about transparency, so it went down. We're like, what are you? I'll be glad for you. I've been serious about my business. I have a passion for it. I breathe and eat everything in business because this is what I do. And I didn't get here by doing things the wrong way. I did it the right way. 2023. Keep in mind, this is one business. I'm building the other ones out. If I can build this one and do that, what you think the other one's gonna do? I stay busy. But this is what I love. Y'all think it went up 2024? Y'all serious confident, ain't you? Yeah. But hold up, look at the dates. So what you think the numbers is? See, I would have had that to show y'all my CPA a bit slow. You know, at the end of 2024 we get going. But listen, this is just from January to August. have to work for it. Be diligent, be dedicated. Don't play about your money, don't play about your business. You got negative people around you, you need to get rid of them today. Matter of fact, text them right now. Text them right now and say, guess what? I love you to death. But I can't fool with you no more. You can't, look, you can't go with me in this season. And don't come back. People will drag you down. When you start doing better than them, let me tell you, it's easy for people to get in your head and make you doubt yourself. Don't allow it. I always tell people this analogy. Y'all remember what's the movie, Baby Boy? When Snoop Dogg was laying on the couch and the little boy had the pillars and made a little fort around him? Yeah, make you a fort. You can't get up in this circle. It's okay. This is a part of you getting where you need to be. Everybody can't go. And if you want to be successful, you need to reevaluate your connections. Mingle with people in this room. Get to know new people. Take serious with all of this information. It's grind time, y'all. I don't care if it is March. We still got time. It ain't no, I'm going to wait till January and start over next year. No. When you get knocked down, you get back up. And if you don't have people around you that's going to hold you accountable, that's going to empower you and uplift you, what you doing? Can't do it. Can't allow it. Next steps. If this is an area that you would like to go in, seek guidance. Find a mentor or consultant. Let me tell you. I don't care what you do. Invest in it. I didn't have it. Invest in it. Stay open-minded. Be coachable and willing to learn. You don't know everything. Be coachable. Be willing to do the work. Take action. Prepare to execute your plan. I got a plan. Okay, what is it that I need to do? Sometimes we look at this big old goal and we get overwhelmed. You got to break that thing down. Some progress is better than none. Put in the work. Commit to consistent effort. There's no way that your mentees and the people helping you should be working harder than you. Do you want it or not? They shouldn't have to run behind you. Show them that you want it. Educate yourself. Conduct thorough research. Research. I cannot preach it enough. Keep learning. Invest in continuous education, just how you did when you paid to be in this room. When you pay to be in this room, this is an investment. You're investing in yourself. You've taken the first step to say, you know what? I'm serious. It's no procrastinating. It's not a thought in my head. I'm serious. Because you're here. Don't take that for granted. Maintain integrity. Avoid shortcuts and lack success. We're not taking shortcuts. It's all about doing it the right way. April the 5th, I will be hosting Mindset to Market, launching your outpatient mental health agency class from 10 to 1. I'm giving you the blueprint. This isn't mentorship. If there's a one-on-one mentorship, then that's something we discuss after this. But the class is April 5th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Somebody has a question? It's virtual. No matter where you are, all you got to do is log in. The first person that walk up to me, if you're interested in this when I get to the back, I'm giving you something off this. Show me you're serious. And I got you. Okay? I don't do that for everybody. Now don't knock me down. Now wait till I get to the back at least. Okay? Don't knock me down. I'm gonna bless a couple folk, okay? I I believe in blessings. We're going to talk about understanding the industry, planning for success, navigating licensing and compliance, securing funding and budget wisely, building a dream team, mastering insurance and billing, marketing like a pro, leveraging tech in operations, mitigating risk and planning for growth. Growth. That's what we're doing. Am I going back?
I think so.
Pushing the wrong button and everything. Thank you. Y'all have been amazing, man. This is my information. You can screenshot it. Of course, some of you may already have any cards or anything, but this is my direct work phone, my email, my website. Reach out to me if you have any additional questions, concerns. I'm available for that. Does anybody have any questions for me before I run off? You gotta get back there. She gonna get a head start. She's always good. What's your question? Say that again. So after you take the class and if you decide you want mentorship, that you want me to help you to open, that's a conversation that we have to have because I gotta see where you are. Do you have a business name already? You know, I need to see where you are to determine what it is that you need. Okay, go ahead. How do I do it without being a counselor? You don't have to be. You do not have to be licensed to start this business. You just have to have a licensed person on staff. You do not have to be licensed. And they don't have to physically be there. They can do assessments and all of that through TOCA. Right here, Ms. Kusha.
Where is it? Right here.
Get me on that. Hey, girl.
How are you?
What you got?
My question is, I'm going back to school in August, so would you recommend that I take business or marketing and sales first?
What kind of business you trying to do?
I have it in home care right now.
Business.
Business first. Okay.
So marketing will come. But you gotta know that business stuff. Any other questions? Someone was, oh, right here. She has another question.
Where? Hold on, let me get the mic to you, and then this will have to be our last question because we're out of time. Okay.
So do I need to go back to school to get my psyching?
You do not have to. Now, if you're wanting to provide medication for your clients, I would suggest you do so. Because either you're going to be able to provide the medication or you're going to have to hire a doctor, and that's expensive. Can you catch that last one right there? He's the last one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I had a question about this type of business. I know that you talked about, opening up a mental health agency, but I was wondering if it's an opportunity for a person to open up something similar to like an urgent care for mental health.
Absolutely. It's all about how you build out your business plan.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, that was the last
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you so much. I get money. One more time. Kosha Jason. Thank you. You guys, come on, give it up to Kosha. Again. She is amazing. John, can you turn me up just a little bit? Thank you so much. There we go. That's good. Wow. That DJ Shine, that is so appropriate. She is not playing any games. All right. They're chasing her down in the back too. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, as we move forward. Okay. Wow, she was so lit. My goodness, we just saw the revenue. How many of y'all got really hyped up when you saw that revenue? That is an indication that she had real business. She's not playing around. Like, there's some real serious people here today.
I am so excited to even be in the midst. We are going to get ready to set up for our panel discussions where I'm going to be asking hopefully some of the questions that you want to ask. And if we have time, maybe I'll come out and ask you guys some questions for our panel. I'll try, but I do have a list of questions that I'm going to ask them. This part of the session is called our Fireside Chat. And it just means that I'm going to intimately be speaking to our guests. And let me just tell you who we got. As I introduce you, I would love for you to join me on stage in preparation of just getting started and moving forward. How we doing so far, you guys? Good? So far, so good? Where we going? Y'all be getting tired after every time. Where we going? We're going up. I love it. I love it. Thank you, God, for for vision, for focus, for determination, for drive, for passion, for dedication, for hard work, for teamwork, for love, for education, for great relationships. Just grateful for everything. Our first speaker in our Fireside Chat, Evelyn Valportadesa. She is a real estate investor. She's an entrepreneur and she operates, which means she owns and operates, which that means she's actively involved in over 15 group homes and senior living facilities. Give it up for Miss Evelyn, you guys. Next, Coach Eli. Coach Eli has a master's in public health. She's a master's certified health education specialist. She's currently a university professor and an epidemiologist. She also owns a diagnostic lab and a health services facility. Like Miss Ellie doing everything. Give it up for Miss Ellie, y'all. We love her. Next, masters in business, empowers businesses and transforms them in healthcare through technology. Give it up for Mr. Daryl Davis. This young lady, oh my God, I really enjoyed meeting her and speaking with her. She likes to talk money. And I know y'all want to talk about some money. She's a financial coach and wealth strategist. She owns her business is certified through the Women's Business Enterprise National Council. And she's been the leader of their forum in the DMV for over 5 years. She's owned her business and been certified with them. You guys give it up for Miss Ashmore Lawrence. Oh, she changed on me. Oh, y'all give it up for them. Don't they look good? Welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome. Are you guys mic'd up? Or do I need to give you a mic? Do I need to give you a mic? Oh, okay, no, I have another one right here. I didn't know if they were mic'd up or not. Okay, so you guys are gonna share this mic. Do we have another mic, John? Is this it? Okay, all right. I'll share my mic with you if I have to, okay? Oh, we have an extra chair here so I can actually sit up here with you guys. I was gonna kind of like move around. I'm a mover. I'm a mover and a shaker. How many movers and shakers we got? I like to move around. I might sit down. All right, so let's just get right to it. Let's go ahead and ask them some questions that I know you guys all want to know the answer to. So I'm gonna kind of stand up to the side so they can see you. And I'll ask you individually, and then if you decide you have an answer for a question I'm asking someone else, please ask to take the mic, and then forgive me if I have to move along, okay? All right. All right, is that acceptable? Well, I'm the moderator and I'm in control. All right. I'm the boss right now. Welcome to the Fireside Chat, everybody. All right, the first list of questions is about business, origins, and growth. With that in mind, Miss Ellie, I'd like to start with you. I'm so intrigued by all that you do and all that you are. What inspired you to start your businesses in the healthcare industry, and what problem were you trying to solve? Let's turn it on for you. There you go.
Awesome. Yes. So what led me into starting my business is my profession. As a public health major, or wrapped around public health. So I'm an epidemiologist, okay? So what public health does is to promote health. You know, one of our goals is helping people. How can we impact our community? So that has led me into, meeting a lot of interdisciplinary, because what public health is interdisciplinary. We tend to work with doctors, nurses, psychiatrists, sociologists, and all of this profession. So that led me into having my own care business. That's one of the first business that I had. And immediately, once I started my home care business, I realized the need for a diagnostic lab. So there's the need for a lab as well as the home care services. So because home care services, it's not just going into those homes to clean, help, is beyond the overall goal, which is to make sure everyone is aging. Everyone wants to age in the home, right? No one wants to go to the hospital and all that. So that actually inspired me to start my business, my profession, because we are trying to prevent diseases, and at the end of the day, community impact. So that actually led me to my business.
Thank you so much for the answer. It's all about being proactive so we don't have to be reactive, right? Gotta take care of ourselves. I like that. Thank you so much, Ms. Ellie. Okay, let me ask Mr. Darrell, because you like to empower businesses through technology. So I want to ask you, how did you land your first major client or contract, and what did that experience teach you?
Oh my goodness. So what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all know me, I'm gonna bring the energy every single time. If y'all don't know me, I'm Darrell. I'm the original host. I was the host in Dallas. I was the host in Atlanta. And now we have an amazing host. Give it up for Miss Nakia, y'all. Has she been doing her thing? All right. So if y'all don't know, anytime MG typically references or bro, it's me. Putting together a lot of different things, and getting started was an uphill battle, right? The biggest thing is learning. And in my learning journey, landing big clients, MG touched on a lot of it. When you're in with the right people, and you got the right path, things tend to form very, very well. So one thing about MG, she's amazing at this credentialing thing. So out of nowhere, we got a 24-hour client. And so bada bing, bada boom, it just landed. And now we're like, how do we do this thing? And we're figuring it out back to back. One thing that we had to do was we understood our strengths. And that's one thing I challenge you all with. Know your strengths. If y'all weren't listening to Regina, delegation is one of the most powerful things you can do. So MG and I understand our strengths. She took the customers, I took the employees. So once we landed this client, I had to understand how to source the client. So understanding how to source the client, where to go, learning new things. And the craziest part is these are humans. You don't want to put just anybody there, right? Imagine showing up and you got Uncle John there with your grandmother. You're like, who is this guy? So understanding how to build that trust quickly, understanding how to build trust with your employees, right? Your caregivers is so, so, so important. But I think those are the key pieces that I had to understand, right? Was understanding how to build those relationships with our caregivers to grow the business.
Thank you so much. Give it up for Darrell. Ms. Evelyn, I'd like to have you address the same question. How did you land your first major client or contract, and what experience did that teach you?
Well, I was really blessed to already have a client waiting list for my first year of opening up a licensed group home for IDD. And so our first client brought in $5,500, and now 4 IDD group homes are bringing in $1.2 million. The main thing is getting a wait list going before you even start.
Can you talk to us about that? How did you do that?
I marketed it to the LIDA. So write this down, LIDA. LIDA is the gatekeeper for placing these IDD clients for private pay to Medicaid pay. And let me just tell you, the $5,500 client, that's a low-end revenue.
They said, how do you spell that? What are you asking?
LIDDA, LIDA.
Thank you so much for that. All right, you guys give it up for Miss Evelyn. All right, Miss Ash, I'd like to ask you, what has been the biggest challenge for you in scaling your business, and how did you overcome it?
Okay, so the biggest challenge for me was trying to do everything by myself. You cannot be an employee and you call yourself a CEO. You can't do that. So you have to delegate, like Regina was talking about earlier, you have to delegate. You have to know that you're the CEO, actually you're the owner, then you have the CEO, okay? So you own the business, but somebody else is working for you in there. You have to have your accountant, your CFO, your marketing, your executive marketing, you have to have a pyramid of people to work. So doing all of that. But what I will say is that for the first 1 to 3 years of your business, you're going to be all those hats. And you have to learn that, because when you hire the other people, you don't want them tricking you out your spot. If you don't know how to market your business and you find you're gonna pay somebody else to do it, you at least need to know the basics of accounting. You at least the bare minimum of budgeting, the bare minimum of being a CEO, how to run your business, CRMs. You have to know that stuff first so that people won't trick you out of your money, right? So then, and then you said the challenging.
Like, how did you overcome that? You already answered it.
Oh, yeah.
You answered it. But I have a two-part question for you.
Yeah.
So tell all the participants today how you, as the financial strategist, the wealth strategist, how do they benefit from working with you?
First of all, I'm all about startup businesses. That's number one, because a lot of people don't know profit and loss statements. And that's the biggest thing. Forecasting. You have to know where your business is gonna go 2 to 3 years from now. And that's the basics of knowing money. I'm a numbers girl. If we talking money, it's making sense. Sense and sense. So we gotta do it both ways. So that's what it is for me.
Give it up for Miss Ash, you guys, I love that. Miss Ellie, I'd like to address the same question to you. What's been the biggest challenge in scaling your business? Miss Ellie, yes. In scaling your business, and how did you overcome it?
So the biggest challenge is, what's the biggest challenge? So one of the major things that happened in my business is landing my billion-dollar contract. I actually reached out, and part of marketing, so you guys need to take marketing serious. So in the beginning, like you said, Ms. Ashwin said, we have to be the CEO, you have to do this in the beginning. And I was the CEO, I was the marketer, I was this. And I was in the hustling phase. And, so I got this health fair, I had to attend this health fair, and I was offering free COVID testing, back then when COVID was a thing. So nobody came to my table, who wants to be diagnosed of COVID? Nobody wants to know the start of their COVID, because that's headache right there. So nobody came to my table, and I was by myself. But I knew one thing stood out to me. I need to network. I need to talk to people. So what I did in turn was got up and went to the other tables and started to network. I picked up the cards, and when I got home, I started to call, consistency, and I got this contract, which is a statewide lead testing contract, major in Maryland, to test for lead testing. And that's one of the challenges, which is one of the requirements for the contract was to, go out there in the homes to test, kids in their homes. It's very challenging. How can I find a mobile phlebotomist to do this for me? Just me. But I was able to, because I took out a loan and I invested in CRM, invested in marketing, did a lot of investments, and I got my money. So that was challenging, but that was how I was able to overcome it. By getting that contract and, being consistent and
working it.
Work it out.
You're out there working it.
Absolutely.
I heard that. That's what's up. Daryl, this question is for you. What are the first steps that a healthcare company should take when they're preparing to scale?
Phenomenal question. The first steps I would actually take is SOPs. If you don't know what you are doing on a daily basis,
standard operating procedures, right?
Standard SOP, standard operating procedures. Thank you. If you don't know what you're doing on a daily basis, how you gonna delegate? Okay? It's the first thing I recommend. The second thing is know where you're going to scale, because you can scale up or you can scale out, right? What do I mean by up? Service areas. Which areas do you want to service? The next thing when you go out is what services do you want to offer, right? So you can expand your services or you can expand your service area. Those are the, and then I'll say finally, my absolute favorite, probably the reason why I got into the business, technology. If you're not using technology, y'all, I'm a huge fan of AI. I can put it in my bio so y'all wouldn't even know who you're talking to. But AI is a phenomenal leverage. I'll never forget, we got with a company by the name of Hello Hire, and chatting with the CEO, and he's like, how do we make this thing work for all healthcare companies? And I'm like, okay, it needs to be, for one, I don't need to be present to make it all work. Has anyone ever used Hello Hire? No Hello Hire? Know what it is? That's insane. Hello Hire, what it does, it's an AI software when you're recruiting. So let's say someone applies to your business, they automatically respond, right? And then they schedule the interview for you. So imagine you no longer have to call this person, reach out to this person, hi, how are you? You don't have to do none of that. What it is, you don't do that initial part, which saves you time. And then you get actual people that want to be in your business because they did fill out that questionnaire, right? And I typically make my questionnaire a little difficult because I want people there that want to answer those difficult questions, right? Are you going to answer the phone at 2 a.m.? That's one of the questions I ask my hire clients that are looking to get started. Because if you're not willing to answer the phone at 2 a.m., I wouldn't recommend getting into this business. But that's what always a huge thing. Understanding SOPs, how you want to scale up or out, and then use technology to your advantage.
Awesome, thank you, Daryl. Miss Evelyn, this question is for you. Can you guys pass the mic? Tell us what strategies that you use or that has helped you successfully grow and manage your group homes and your multiple businesses.
So I would like to say I have a superpower because I'm autistic. And I have a group of people behind me that are autistic as well.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Come on, you guys. Give her a round of applause. What? Wow, amazing. Go ahead. Wow.
So one of our superpowers that we're really good at is creating systems, right? So we believe in creating systems that work in any type of house. We basically want to be the Chick-fil-A of healthcare, right? So whatever house you go into in one of our 15 homes, they're running simultaneously the same, even if it's licensed, unlicensed, even if it's a co-living, assistant living, or sober living. You're gonna see the exact same type of structure in hiring, firing, and dealing with, the mishaps of the staff and the clients. So systems is key.
Systems are the key. You guys agree with that, right? You gotta have some good systems in place. Some order, those standards, operating procedures, those systems. Thank you so much. You guys give it up for Ms. Evie. Thank you so much. This next question is for Ashmar. What are some misconceptions healthcare business owners have about certifications for government contracts?
So number one, I would say that just because once you get in there, it doesn't mean that you're automatically going to get contracts. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. That's only half the battle. You're in the door, but then you got to show up. You got to market yourself. You always have to be there, no matter what. One thing about me, the reason why I'm even a leader right now for the DMV is because I was like, hi, I'm here, and you won't see me until you know my first name, and you're gonna approach me by my first name. So I was always in there. So that's one misconception. And then the other one is that it's only for hospitals and clinics. No. You can do IT, you can get a contract for IT, you can do medical staffing, you can do consulting, all of that comes in. Some guy won a contract, he had tissue paper, and they gave him a $2 million contract. It's anything that you can think of, you can get a contract for it.
So they need everything too.
Exactly.
They need everything.
They do need everything. So, what I would say about that is just like I said, show up, be there, give. Don't, because they have a lot of people that come to them, they know you want the contract, right? So I'm very intentional. I'm not just gonna walk up to somebody, I'm gonna research the company, I'm gonna see who I wanna work with because you're the benefit and so are they. I'm an asset to you. I'm coming in there like,
I can help you. I don't care about your money. I can help you in your business. So I go in there and I know I do my history on them, and then whoever, and I said this before, whoever is the second in charge close to them, I'm gassing you up. I'm taking you out. You getting cupcakes, whatever you want. You getting that from me, because when they need something, they're gonna say, okay, oh, Ashmar, I remember when she took me out and she did that for a 15-minute chat. And then the follow-up, the money is in the follow-up. I'm always following up. I'm always like, I'm not, of course, like over the top. It's that 1 week, then it's that 1 month, and then it's just like, hey, I'm coming to the office.
I like that. You guys should write that down. Maddie talked about that earlier. The money is in the follow-up. She said bill collectors don't stop calling. You gotta keep calling. Yeah. Maddie said, now you just heard Ashmar say the money is in the follow-up. That's a gem right there. Thank you, Ashmar. I appreciate it. All right. Next question is for Miss Ellie. Miss Ellie. Miss Ellie, how have advancements in healthcare technology affected your lab operations?
Yeah. All right, guys.
You have Daryl's attention.
So there is something I need you guys to realize. When it comes to healthcare, a doctor can't treat you unless he diagnoses you. And I really do that. He needs your blood sample. A doctor can't look at you and say, hey, you have diabetes. Hey, you have vitamin D deficiency. You have this, you have that. So there is a need for lab work. So a doctor will need to diagnose and treat you. So there is always a need, consistency, constant demand in what we do. So as a lab owner, I immediately realized the need of technology that would help me to what? To provide rapid, which is point of care testing. CLIA, how many of you knows about CLIA? Point of care testing, you all need to invest in that right now. Because it allows you to provide rapid testing, accurate results. And that's what doctors, healthcare are needing. You want to go to the hospital in and out. You don't want those long wait times before you get your result, before you can start to get treatment. So I had to invest in a software and a machine that can help us to provide instant results in human-free, error-free. So that's what I did. So that's how I'm able to overcome my challenges with technology, and as well to be able to provide efficiency. So we are the go-to in our area. You know they can come to us, rely on us for spontaneous results in accuracy, well leaked through AI, technology-based results. So that's what we do, all right?
I love that, wow. A leader in your field, I love that. All right, so now since you have the mic, Ashman, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you this. How do you balance business growth with compliance, with regulations, and maintaining quality service? Now you're talking money, you're dealing with people's money. So there's a lot of things you gotta comply with, there's a lot you have to pay attention to, the details. So tell us, how are you balancing all that and still being successful?
So I definitely make sure I'm always at the top of my game. I always know what's going on in my field, always. So that's like Better Business Bureau, that's with the financial consumer services. You have to know all of those stuff that's going on. So I'm always at the top of my game, I'm always ahead of it, again, because you have to allow that to be in your forecasting. If you don't know how the economy is shaped, how can you go forward in your business? So definitely, I spend a lot of time reading, I'm a bookworm. So I spend a lot of time doing that, but that helps. And I have this thing I do called the Millionaire Hour. So the first 20 minutes, I'm reading something about personal development that's gonna help me get ahead. Next 20 minutes, working out, because brain and physical body, they need to move. And my last 20 minutes is prayer, because without that, how can you go forward?
I love that. I want to ask you that question too. I'm going to ask, thank you, Ashmar. You guys give it up for Ashmar. I'm going to ask Dr. How do you balance business growth with compliance and regulations, and you're still successful? How do you do that?
You guys need to know that you have to use compliance as a core strategy. You have to use compliance as your marketing strategy. Because once you're compliant, you have your certificate, you have your license, your protocol, your policies and procedure. It allows you to build trust in your clients, your partners, people that wants to invest in your business. Because when people start to come to you, they know you are up to par in everything that you do. You're compliant, you're following policy, you're following procedure. It's a core strategy. And the business that you want to grow, you immediately start to grow and gravitate. Instead of you working hard, you're then working smart, using compliance as a core strategy. All right?
Thank you so much. Now, this question is for Ms. Evelyn all the way on the end. Let's talk to Ms. Evelyn here. Can you share a time when you had to pivot and make a tough decision that shaped your business to what it is today?
Yeah, so we had a assistant living in San Antonio, and my core value for that assistant living was for it to be Medicaid funded, because I believe in helping the lower income and making a difference and, being wealthy from it. So the way that I had to make a really tough decision, because the way I do business, I don't believe in renting. I'm a real estate investor. I own all my properties. The investor that we got to invest in that assistant living, he was very money hungry. So I either one, left some of my equity on the table for the company, or two, I had to buy him out and bring someone else in. I bought his ass.
Let me just put an end to this right now. Okay. All right. And you got the mic. Let me ask you the same question. Tell me a time when you had to pivot and make a tough decision, and that's what shaped your business today.
I said that I had to go get a loan, right? And that is for a reason. That's one of the strategies that I adopted. Another thing that I did was to make sure my business is credentialed. What does that mean? Having the ability to accept major insurances, including government insurances, Medicaid, Medicare, and all these commercial insurances, because that allows, it's a pathway. Nobody wants to spend money on lab work or healthcare. They rely on their insurances. So one of the things I made sure we did in my lab is to be credentialed. So when people start to come, I can take all of your insurances. That opens the pathway, brings in more business to me. So that's what I did.
That's right. Thank you so much. I'm going to ask everyone this question, so Ashley, on you now. Tell us about the tough decision you had to make when you had to pivot and it shaped what you are today.
Okay. So, because I'm in the financial coaching industry, I had to start thinking about not doing just one-on-ones anymore, but so riches are in the niches, scaling down to the people that I want to attract to myself.
Would you say riches are in niches?
Yeah.
All right, I like that.
Yeah, riches are in the niches.
Love me a good slogan word. Yeah, catchphrase.
So instead of thinking one-track minded, how I have one business, how can I get income 7 ways? So thinking about digital, like you said, using AI and digital marketing and physical products, and not just only thinking about it on the scale of social media, right? Because we know, social media is just this thing. But instead of going with the crowd, move away from it and get back to offline marketing, direct mailing, go into, libraries and post and stuff. I'm a door-to-door type of girl, so I'm not going to.
Are you one of Manny's mentees?
No.
Because you've
been
around her a long time. I could tell because you've been, because I could tell you've been around the globe. I could tell.
Not currently, but
I love it because I'm not sure to say the same. I love that.
Yeah.
But it's just what it is. Exactly. So Darryl, I want to ask you the same question. Tell us a time when you had to pivot and make a tough decision, and that's what shaped where you are in business today.
Absolutely, and I absolutely love this question. I'm gonna go back to the compliance question too. I was gonna chime in because I actually love the answer, and what I heard her say was power partnerships, and that's something that we focus on, is understanding who you're doing business with. So me and MG, I would consider us advocates for the industry. Have we been to DC to push? Absolutely. We've been there on Capitol Hill. We've been there. And the interesting part about it, this is when the laws around Medicaid were coming down. They wanted 80% of whatever the government was giving you to go to the caregiver. Who can run a business on 20%? So we were in the room with all the franchises. So these power partnerships helped us understand, well, what are they doing? Right? So when you have such a huge sanction coming down, you have to be agile, you have to be quick, you have to think outside the box. But I said that to get in the right rooms. That's why I love all y'all here today. All y'all saw me at the door. I was bumping every last one of y'all, and I meant it from the bottom of my heart. But the time we had to pivot, I'm trying to think of a good one. Outside of the Medicaid, outside of, already talked about clients and, getting instant, like clients, they come so fast. You have to be agile. Like I said, the 24-hour clients or dealing with anything else. But I think that's what I would say, just remain agile in regards to on the pivoting side of things.
Because when you have to pivot, that means something's changing, right? And sometimes stress can be synonymous to change. You start to get a little stressed out because now you got to do things different, or you have to make a rash decision like, I need to do this now for the sake of my business, and how is that going to affect me moving forward? It's very important that we are thinking proactively. So that's why this is an important question, and I hope you guys really paid attention to that, because stress can definitely be synonymous to having to change. Thank you so much, Daryl. Now, Daryl, since you have the mic, you're just going to hold it. So,
I love it because change is a part of technology. Technology will continue to grow. It's going to grow beyond us. Most people, I wouldn't say most people, but some people are scared of AI. Oh my God, this AI thing. People were scared of the internet. People were scared of the car.
We were going to die in the year 2000, weren't we?
That's something else.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's something
yeah.
else.
Yeah.
So remain agile. Pivoting, that's a part of it. Place your bets. Make your decisions strong. Stay in place. You'll be out. I promise.
Why do you think people are scared of AI?
That's a great question. Mostly because it's new, right? And like anything else, right? It can be used for good or bad. So if you understand why you use it, that's where I start. I use it for pushing, promoting my business, introducing new things to people. I love being with the Joneses. So staying with the Joneses, the technology. So when you hear maybe Elon Musk talk about something, or shout out to Steve Jobs, when he brought on this new device that his wife told him no one wants to carry around a little device in their pocket that has music on it. His wife told him that. So it's a part of kind of that thing, right? So anything that's new, people tend, in my opinion, tend to hate it, especially if it's going to impact their quality of life or the way that they're currently living.
Thank you. What leadership qualities, Daryl, do you think are most important for the success of your healthcare business?
I talk about it a lot, being agile. You gotta be agile. You gotta be able to quickly move. You gotta be able to see things and adjust. Any business will not remain constant. But what will remain constant is you, your ability, everything you're capable of doing within that business. So that's what I would say, huge, right, is those pieces.
Let's ask Evelyn that same question. Evelyn, what qualities do you think are most important in the healthcare industry for the success of your business?
It's definitely going to not be a procrastinator. You need to be stern, you need to be compassionate, and one of my old mentors that was teaching me how to do group homes, he would always tell me, don't make a stupid decision. If it's not making you money, if it's not helping someone, don't do it.
Love that. Okay. Moving on, those are our leadership and strategy questions. Thank you guys. Now we're going to talk about some opportunities and future growth. Everybody is here for that, right? All right, so Ms. Ellis, since you have the mic, let me ask you, what trends or opportunities do you see in healthcare entrepreneurship right now?
You need to stack your services. You need to expand your services. You need to stack. We always say expansion, stack your services. So there are so many opportunities, especially as home care, you are providing care, and you probably have seen the need for phlebotomy, mobile lab, right? You can incorporate that into what you do, as well as DNA testing. A lot of people are looking for confidential DNA testing services. A lot of people are, but they don't know that they can come to individuals like you. They're not even vocal about it. So once you bring it out there, it allows you to make more money. So offering DNA, and like Ashmara said, niches is in the riches, right? With DNA, there are so many performing. When I say performing, the margin gap is so huge, such as immigration DNA. You know, immigration DNA is a powerful one, ancestry DNA. Y'all know ancestry DNA, right? These people make money every day, you know. Ancestry, people want to know where they're from. You know, paternity testing, you know, those legal court cases, those, you know, for peace of mind. Is this my child? A lot of people wants to know, even those grandparents, you know. Grandparents are there. They have issues. A lot of them don't like their daughter-in-law, so they want to know. You know, they want to know, you know, so that's where there is huge demand in DNA testing. So you can incorporate that into what you do, as well as take mobile lab to your potential client. It's what we call vertical business. Instead of you sending those lab work to those labs, you turn your business into vertical, meaning that you make those money, all right?
Yep, I would like to. I was going to ask you that. Can you please tell us some trends or opportunities that you see right now in healthcare entrepreneurship?
So I'm going to piggyback off of stocking services. Really quick, raise your hand if you have a home health agency. Okay, so the best way to service stock that type of service is to either one, work with an unlicensed group home, boarding home, or open up one, and then 3, get a transportation company, and then boom, bang, bang, your service stock. And then, yeah, in the future, get into real estate, buy a duplex, buy a multiplex, make it into a boarding home, service stock your home health agency in it, or get an apartment complex. You're going to be making money. That's our next goal.
I love that. So let me ask you this. I'm going to keep the mic. So let me ask you, I want to know if I'm on the right track then. My first sober living home is going to open April 1st. I'm really excited about that. But I'm also opening a reentry transitional home. It's coming soon, right? People coming out of prison. But I'm also starting a transportation company so we can take them to all their appointments, right? But I also do the life skills and the reentry program as well. And I also am starting a nonprofit. So, and then at some point, my goal is to open a clinic so I can do comprehensive health care, IV infusions. We want to do the testing. I'm doing everything.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I just want to know. Is that what you're saying? Am I on the right track?
You're on the right track.
I just wanted to check.
Make sure with the reentry, you get the disabled population because there's a waiting list.
Veterans. I'm working with veterans too.
Girl, you're on the right track.
Okay. All right. All right. Did you have something to say, Ms. Ellie?
Yes, I'm going to add to that. You all know we have a new administration, right? And one of his manifesto or his goal is immigration. So y'all can also look into immigration consultation. You are more like a case worker. You're going to be the healthcare navigator for immigrants. And that allows you to start your business. So you will be the go-to. Immigrants are looking right now. They're in panic mode because of this new administration. So you will become, so when they come to you for home care, you leverage. Remember, we want to leverage. That's all we do. Then you take your services, you help them, connect them to resources in the community. So by consulting and helping them to link services, it's linkages to services. So you are more like a caseworker and a healthcare navigator by becoming an immigrant consultant. All right?
I like that. That's kind of, hold on. Let me have you on that because that kind of goes off into the next question when we ask, for those of you who help businesses grow, what is the most overlooked revenue stream for healthcare businesses? And you just introduced immigration consulting. Wow.
That's what I do. I'm an immigrant. I hope you guys know that. And there is huge need. How many of you are immigrants here? Where are my African people? Are you up here? Woo-hoo-hoo. That's right. We have a need. I'm a Nigerian and we have lots. So when we talk of immigration, you're looking at everybody, the worldwide, Asian, Barbados, people from Asia, Hispanic. Give me those countries, those continents. That's huge. Massive way to leverage by bringing new innovation, right? New things on board. People want to see you when you talk about new stuff, right? So people don't want to keep looking. You will be the go-to. You hold their hands and navigate the system together with them, all right? That's what we're going to do this year.
So we want to thank you. So we're going to ask Daryl too. Daryl, if you can piggyback off of that, You help people grow their businesses.
I do.
So talk to me about what the most overlooked revenue streams are in the healthcare industry.
Me personally, private pay. I think a lot of people lean heavy into the credentialing side, and there's a ton of money, I'll call guaranteed money there. But private pay, when you can introduce services, right? So let's walk through this a little bit. You can introduce services along your customer's path. What does that mean? So let's say you get a customer that just wants 4 hours. Me personally, I'm accepting it and do a consultation every single time. Sure, we'll come out. Because again, you have two people to service. You have the person that's requesting the service, which is going to be spouse, sibling, child, and then you have the actual client. So with private pay, typically you don't plan for stuff like this. So when it comes to 24 hours, I need services in 24 hours. Mr. Customer, that means I have to send my best person to you. I have to find you someone that can be there. So it's not that it's an upcharge, but there's a service charge included with that. Just for 24 hours, right? Because life happens quick. That's an upcharge, right? And then along the way, okay, they may have dementia. They only think you got dementia, you only need 4 hours? That's why we go, before we even quote, I can give you numbers, but it won't elevate the quality of my service just off this initial conversation. I want to talk to you. I want to be there, because when you say I got dementia, I need to send more people, or I need to up the hours, because would anyone know like the number one cause of death for anyone past like 65? When that falls, we all know that's our business. So imagine, and that's typically where that conversation starts. So me personally, it's one of those things. We create care packages that actually make sense. And if you're not willing to invest in it, a lot of times we won't accept those deals because you're not willing to invest the quality of service for your level. So that's why private pay and being able to expound on the private pay correctly.
Thank you so much. You guys give it up for Daryl. Ashma, question for you. The people in the audience today, they are here to grow their businesses, to scale their businesses. They want to be bigger and better, and they want to go where? You want to go where? All right, so this is what they came to do. What advice can you give them to do that?
Yes, so I would definitely say, of course, because I'm a numbers girl, have a financial foundation. Have a structure. Structure is so important to have a scalable business. You have to know where that's going. Like I said, you don't need to be a mathematician. You just have to know the basics, the basic numbers of where you want to go. Be very intentional about what. Never walk into a room and just be like, all right, I'm gonna buy it. No. Who do you want to meet? What type of person do you want to work with? What personality, do you that meshes with you? Things like that. And like I said, so the most important, the financial foundation, God, because listen, a lot of us, we weren't taught money management. Okay, we weren't taught that. So by
That's good for that. It's true.
Yeah,
True. Yeah.
I'm telling you, like I came from that, not knowing anything about money. I made so many mistakes because no one taught me anything. Nothing.
And you sigh when you say it too. So you must see this a lot. You must see this with your clients.
It was so, that's why I'm so passionate about it. I'm like Harriet Tubman, I'm not joking. Like I'm coming back, I'm serious, I'm coming back for everybody, because you gotta realize by the third generation, there is no money. And a lot of people are first generation, 6 to 7 figure business owners. So they're coming into this money, they're like, woo, I'm buying everything I never had. And that's the wrong way to go about it, because by the time your child is getting ready to birth their child, there's no more money to pass on a legacy. We're building legacies. Like, I need 10 generations from now, they're eating off of me and what I do. So we want that, and we want that. So that is so important for me, especially women are the first teachers.
That's right.
So if you're not financially educated, how can you pass on the legacy? How can you do that? So it's real simple, and I want us to get money.
Amen.
So yeah, that's what I would say.
I love that. So since you have the mic, what's next for you in your business? And how are you preparing for your future growth?
Oh, you already know. So like I'm into like stocks and I'm wealth strategy. Like my main thing, my motto is to build wealth and retire rich. Like you have to retire rich. So I'm definitely about scaling, like having a structure on how to scale. Like I said, 7 ways, one business, 7 ways of getting money.
Love it, love it. Thank you so much, Ash. Let's let Miss Ellie answer that question. What's next for you and your business, Miss Ellie, and how are you preparing for your future growth?
What is next for us is to offer more services, such as primary care. You know, that's one of the things, even though we're not doctors, we're not, licensed, it doesn't mean we can't do it. So offering physical, for me in my business, DOT physical is always needed, because it's like, we're more like helping safety workers, people that are in a sensitive job, to make sure we are keeping them safe. We don't send them behind the wheels, drunk, drive under the influence of alcohol. So we need to make sure they have their DOT physicals, their drug tests, their everything up to par. So we are going to incorporate DOT physical, primary care, like you said, IV hydration into the diagnostic lab. All right, so that's what we're going to do.
I know that's it. I love that. And let's ask Miss Evelyn. What are some of the things that you're going to be doing for your future growth? How do you plan on growing your businesses?
So I'm going to be focusing more on my nonprofit sector. I believe we've already made tons of money. It's time to get back to the community and build more low-income housing for everyone. And it's one of the ways we're going to do that is by having investors go into their it's like their life insurance policy. That's how we usually get assisted living. So we're going to have a group of them to do that. And we're going to connect with HUD to fund it as well. The gaps and pieces.
Girl, you are on the ball. This is the Fireside Chat. You are on fire. Give it up for her. She's on fire. All of them are on fire. Give it up for our guests.
I have a good team.
That's right. It takes a team. Everybody has a team.
It ain't just me.
But let me tell you something. A great team needs a great leader.
We got
A great team needs a great leader. So I know what's going on. I see you.
We got a few Elon Musk on our team. Just some
I love it.
They're weird, but they do a good job. They do good.
I'm gonna run around. We got less than 4 minutes. I'm gonna run around and see who has some questions really quick for you guys. Anybody, real fast. We don't have much time. Any questions for anybody on the panel? This is your opportunity. You got a few minutes left. Oh, okay. Who is your question for? For Evelyn. All right. Here we go.
Hi, my question is, I know you mentioned that you don't really need, like you like to own the property, but would you recommend renting, starting off a group home?
I do not recommend renting because you're building someone else's equity, which is probably not a minority. And being a minority, I believe we should start owning property.
Would you recommend starting with a nonprofit or for-profit for your group home?
It depends on the type of home and what you want to do, because if you do a nonprofit, you cannot sell. If you do a for-profit, you could sell. I recommend pairing it up with a nonprofit and a for-profit. Buy your real estate for-profit, do your company as a nonprofit, rent it out, and then you can always refinance your for-profit real estate to get cash out equity to buy more homes, and then keep doing it so then you can buy an apartment complex.
Another question. Hi, Evelyn. So with your you said that you were going to turn it into the HUD program. So with the HUD program, do you teach your clients how to interpret the HUD and the Section 3 together for all y'all to work together?
I don't want to sell my services on stage, but we can have a private discussion in the back.
Woo! I like this stuff. Can you pass this mic to this lady right there?
My question for you as well. Yes, private. I'm so sorry. I'm not good with names. My name is Cash. I'm a home care agency owner. However, I am in the process of acquiring some properties through like foreclosures. It's like the annual thing that they do. I don't know what it's called, the tax purchases.
Stay away from tax, do sub-2 deals.
Sub-2 deals? Okay.
So you're gonna call the pre-foreclosure, you're gonna let them know that you could save them from losing their mortgage and messing up their credit, and then you're gonna go find a private money lender, long-term, give them 30%.
It's already owned by the state.
Oh, it's already owned?
It's already owned by the state, so I'm buying it from the state. I wanted to know if you're aware, if I'll run into issues with possibly using that for a group home as well.
Yeah, just make sure the math makes sense.
Okay. Oh, it's like $500 for math work.
Oh, girl, they go over
Math is mathing. Any other questions? Real fast, and then I'm gonna come back here. Good. You guys, one more time, give it up for the Fireside chat. Let's take it right. Woo! Where we at? Where we at? Right here. Okay.
Hi, Evelyn. How you doing? So my question was for you, because you had mentioned about the disabled population. Sorry if you might hear me. The disabled population being like, I guess basically, I don't want to say they're underserved, but it's a great niche, right? So when you said IDDS, what does that mean?
IDD, intellectual developmentally delayed.
Okay, and is that just for anybody that's like neurodivergent or on the spectrum?
It depends on what state are you from?
You said what state am I from?
Yes.
California.
Oh, yeah, you got a lot of funding in California. So in California, there's multiple different Medicaid waivers that you could go for. So just really quick, you're gonna look for the licensing regulation, and then you're gonna pair it up with the Medicaid certification to open up a home.
Nice, thank you. All right, time for just 2 more questions. You come right here. I see you.
Hi. My question is for Evelyn. I have a question because you talked about profit and non-profit. I'm wondering, for those of us, like I'm from Maryland, right? Highly regulated. How do you operate this? Do you have to have a separate business with a different EIN number, or you have to do everything under one business name? That's what I'm a little confused with that.
Are you trying to service stock with the unlicensed group home?
Well, right now I do have a private practice, so I'm trying to get into home care, and I've always had a passion for group home, for IDD.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and my thing is, listen, my problem is how I could separate this business into different entities, but I'm already overwhelmed, so I need to start something really interesting. By the way, everything that I've gathered today has been really amazing, and I'm happy to be here. So, how can you separate this? Okay, talk about profit and non-profit.
It's pretty simple. If you're gonna make more than $50,000, do it as an S corp. If you want to sell it, do it as an S corp. If you want to keep it, make it like a legacy, go after grants. Keep it as a nonprofit. If you're gonna make under $50,000, do it as an LLC, unless you're doing real estate.
One more question right here, guys.
Hi, this question is for Evelyn or any of the other panelists want to join in. Do you know of any services that we can incorporate in our home care agency for the deaf community? It's really, I'm really passionate about that. My cousin is deaf, and he's having a hard time as an adult transitioning.
What state are you in? There's different Medicaid waivers.
Well, I'm in Georgia.
Georgia, I believe there is a deaf blind Medicaid waiver. It's funded by the 1915C Medicaid waiver.
Okay, thank you.
Evelyn, you're just like a little book. I'm talking about, girl, you are the healthcare encyclopedia. We gonna have to talk to Melanie about bringing you on the thing. I don't know what's going on here. My goodness.
I'm in the back. I promise you, it's just the autism. I just memorize stuff.
Girl, you guys give it up for the Fireside chat. Thank you guys so much. It was great having you on the show. I appreciate it. Shine, come on, give it up for somebody gonna get out. All right, you guys, as we move on, how y'all doing so far? Was that good? Man, the Fireside chat was the right name. We are on fire right now. Man, I'm hyped up. I am really, really hyped up. All right. So this is what we're getting ready to do right now. Because we're coming near the end of our day. Very, very, very soon. And this has been amazing. And you guys know how this goes. You know how this works. You know when I gotta bring it on stage. You know we gotta clap it up. We gotta give it big up. Because we celebrate my birthday all weekend. Okay, so y'all already know what I'm talking about. We celebrate our birthday all weekend. And we're celebrating all this knowledge and wellness.